All right, so thanks for joining me for this quick and easy spring tutorial. Grab your diffuser brush and your primer and let's go. So I'm using my diffuser brush to prime it into the skin so that it has a natural look. Next, I'll use Black Radiance's foundation, liquid foundation in 8412, and I'll blend that into the skin using the same diffuser brush, making sure that it matches as evenly as possible. All right, now that it's blended into the skin while it dries, I'm actually going to use a brown lip pencil to fill in my lips. It's very close to my natural skin tone color, but what I like about it is it's really going to help give me some definition and some shape and color to my lips. I'm just filling it in slightly. Now that I've kind of muted my lips a little bit, I'm going right back with those lips with a dark brown pencil, Wet n Wild's dark brown, and I'm going to line the lips. This is done also to create some depth in my lips and also to just give it, to make sure that the color stays within the lines rather. Now that that's done, I'm going to take a very similar dark brown pencil that I use just for my brows, Wet n Wild's dark brown as well, and just fill in my brows just very leisurely. I'm taking short and long strokes to mimic the actual hairs that are in my brows. Then I'm going to take some concealer to define my brows more. Okay, so my brows are heavily filled in, really getting a lot or any extra space. So now I'm going to define them and actually take them down a bit as they're a little too big for my particular face and my look. I'm using LA Cosmetics Concealer in Fawn, and I'm just going to use this brush to kind of define it and then blend down. All right, now that I've taken some of the edge off, I'm now going to take my Goss brush, which is a blending brush. I love these brushes. And I'm actually going to blend the concealer in a lot. So much so that it looks like the natural, I just got my brow done look that it originally started out being. I don't want it to be too underdone or overdone. So that's why I'm using that brush. Now I'm taking NYX's Orange Base Concealer. Now the reason I do this is because I don't get a lot of sleep, but also because I have very dark circle eyes coming from allergies and genetics. I'm just using a powdery brush and I'm just actually patting that in. I know it looks like I'm wiping, but I'm using very quick strokes and I'm really patting it in because the skin is really sensitive under the eye. And if you have time, you should actually use one of your ring fingers to pat it in. Since I don't, I'm using a very feathery light brush to kind of pat it in, go deep in there. This orange will cancel out the dark colors that I have naturally underneath my eye due to allergies and genetics and of course a little lack of sleep. And then on top of it, I'm going to apply concealer so that I'll have not only a bright awakened look, but it'll also make sure that none of that dark eye peeks through. And I'm just going to blend that through the entire eye. All right, so now I'm just going to use my diffuser brush to blend this concealer all the way in. I'm sorry, that's base, all the way in, and just blend it a little bit more before I apply my setting powders and finish up the look. I'm now going to apply e.l.f. eye primer, which is going to help it not actually crease as well as make the color pop and shine through more. Now that that's blended, I'm actually going to use Lush, and I'm going to pat that all over the ends, the outer sides of the eye. If you notice, I'm going right under where I normally would put a mid-tone shade. This will help me actually create my own mid-tone, so I won't have to worry about it. And I'm just patting the color in so that it goes in deep. Oh, actually, it's greenery, not Lush. Now that that's blended, I'm actually patting over Brick House onto the middle corner of this eye. Now, a lot of people would think that I would use shimmer, but actually Brick House is a matte. It's going to really give me color coverage, but also it's really going to work well as a brightener in the middle of my eye. Now I'm just going to take that same brush that I blended with, that kind of cleaned it up a little bit, and just blend that into there so that it'll be that bright eye and make it less seamless and actually work well together. Then I took chocolate and I'm actually dipping it into the corner here and I'm actually blending it in the mid-tone crease. Now chocolate's going to help really well to define both my nose and that mid-tone shade, and it's going to blend well together. Now I've actually placed some concealer down the middle of my nose to help me really identify where I want my contour, my highlight of my nose. And as you can tell, I'm just really blending in. Now that's blended in, I'm actually going to go right above in this little area. Now you'll see like a little peak there because that's actually where my brow hair is where it's actually cut. But I'm actually going to disguise that just a tad bit by using some powder and Ruby Kisses. The color will be in the description box. Those will work as my highlight as well as a coverall. Then I'm going to blend that together for a more seamless blend. Now that I blended it all together with the diffuser brush, I'm now applying Ruby Kisses and Chestnut with a fluffy brush all over my highlight. This is done not only to set the highlight, but to make it a more natural color. It's a color in between my natural color as well as the highlight color. And I'm just going to take that and blend it as well with these big fluffy bristles. So now I'm taking Lush and Verdant's chocolate. I'm actually just using a fluffy angled brush to contour both the sides of my forehead as well as my cheekbones. This will help my cheekbones pop out a little bit more as well as give some definition to the face. And because I'm really using bright colors and I have a very round face, it'll help contour it and make it just a little bit more angled. After I put in chocolate for the contour, I'm then going to blend with that same diffuser brush for a more seamless. All right, but before we get into that diffuser brush, I'm just going to use a black liner and I'm going to use it to line my eyelid. Now for a real pop of color, I'm taking Peachy King and I'm applying it to the apples of my cheeks. Now a lot of people use the myth that dark skinned people can't wear orange and peaches and things of that nature. But you'll see as I build the color, even the more color that I put on, it really brightens my face. It lightens my face without giving me a gold shimmer or making me too glossy. It really brings color into my face. Now I'm using that same brush that I used to pat down the concealer and all of that. I'm actually using chocolate to define my nose just a little bit more because I kind of got carried away with the diffusing and blushing in. And I'm going to put that back actually, and then I'm going to use a diffuser brush to put it back in to actually blend it out. Okay, well, it's time to let my hair down and just diffuse a little bit more. I hope you guys like the finished product. It is a springtime